You can see in his hand there, he's trying to give him the money, but he already told him he's not going to accept cash. Good morning everyone, we're across from the Philippine Science High School. Of course there's no classes today because of the transport strike, but since we're in the area they're still going to deal with things like this, which is a truck that they're ticketing for illegal parking. I think right now the SCOG team are also clearing this area, so you can see they're going to move in on this pedicab that's being dumped in the road and they'll take that away. It is an obstruction. Right now they're looking at this vehicle parked on the sidewalk. I think there's a driver inside, so they'll just issue a ticket for illegal parking and then the vehicle can be moved. It looks like they might be getting ready to tow this red car. So right now there's someone knocking on the doors up there trying to get the driver. If he comes out in time it will just be a ticket, otherwise it will be towed away. Okay, it looks like the driver's here, so it would just be a ticket instead of being towed. So right now the enforcer's writing out a ticket for illegal parking. As mentioned before, it's more expensive on Commonwealth. It's actually 1,200 versus the normal 200, 300, so much more expensive. It looks like they're now getting ready to tow this one. I guess the driver hasn't appeared. It also looks super dusty, so it might have been here for quite a while. Over here you can see they're dismantling one of the car washes. Normally they ask, do you really have a permit and everything like that? Because of course the cars stop here, they get washed, but they block the road. So you can see they're dismantling this now. The sidewalk in Commonwealth is quite wide since there are so many lanes of road, because the sidewalk is proportional. It looks like over here there's some commotion going on. I can see there's a car that's blocking the sidewalk and partially blocking the road. I'm not sure if this is a car wash. Let's move closer and find out what's going on.
Ang usapan, 5 minuto, nag-CR lang ako, andito misis ko, nakaabang ko. Ang binili ng ticket to, ayun lisensya. Nasa gobyerno. Lisensya ko. Lisensya, kailangan hindi yung ID. Andito misis ko, naghihintay po, sir. Humihira ako, nag-CR lang ako.
Pero problema nga po, sidewalk po ito.
So after a lot of the driver's now handing over his license and they'll be able to write out the ticket. Right now they're impounding this motorcycle. The original violation was no helmet, and then when they asked for the license, there isn't one, so that's why it's being impounded. They're just processing these tricycles for illegal parking. I think at least one of them only had a student permit, so that tricycle can be impounded. And you can see here the Armatech vehicle was parked, so I'm not sure if it's going to be moved on or ticketed or what's going to happen exactly. I can see an enforcer asking for a driver's license, so let's go. What I've heard of in the past is drivers refusing to give the license. But I don't think that's going to happen today. I'm pretty sure he's going to cooperate. There you go.
Lisensya! Lisensya nga eh! Boss, lisensya! Lisensya! Ha? Ay, hindi ko na problema yun! Babalikan, babalikan! Umikot ka na, kaya lisensya mo nga eh! Illegal parking ka eh! Boss, lisensya! Pag binigyan kita, paano naman yung ano? Ako naman matadali sa taas. Pasensya ka na, boss. Ako papagalitan. Sabi niya, meron akong kinikilingan. Sige na. Pasensya ka na, pare. Pasensya ka na. Trabaho lang to. Sige na. Para hindi tayo tumagal. Hindi nga pwede. Yung iba nga tinikitan. Ikaw pa kaya. Walang exemption kahit na armor. Bok, walang exemption, hindi exempted ang armor. Ha? Tanda mo, hindi exempted ang armor vehicle. Sige na, lisensya mo na. Bok, mabili ka. Hatak o lisensya? Ano? Tanggalin ang plaka? Bakit ba ako tinuturuan pa? Lisensya! Lisensya at saka plaka kung gusto mo. Pinapatagal lang yung plaka. Sabi ko hindi. Boss! Kawan nga! Iba nga tinikitan! Wala, hindi pwede. Boss!
I can see someone's calling over one of the tow trucks.
Bawal po kasi bumarada rito, sir. Wala po, sir. Towing zone po kasi ito eh.
Pero may pick up kami dyan, sir. Hindi naman kayo magtatagal dito, sir. Mga 10 minutes lang.
Kaya nga dapat, mag-cooperate siya, magpapatikit siya. Ayun, alam na po naman namin ang Xerox lang yung bibigay niya. Kalukuhan.
It's now been over 10 minutes and he still hasn't handed over his license. The thing is, I receive a lot of complaints about these armored vans, counterflowing, smoke belching, illegal parking, and it seems unfair if you're going to ticket private cars, but you're not going to ticket them, because the rule should apply to everyone or to no one. So it's, like I said, it's been over 10 minutes already, still no license. Morning, sir.
Illegal parking nga.
Oo.
Ngayon, kailangan naman ng ticket, ayaw.
Ayun na lang.
Ticket na nga lang, lisensya na lang. Pero ayaw pa rin, nagmamatigas. Gusto niya, bigay yung ano.
Hoy! Lisensya na lang para wala nang abala. Hello? Opo, opo. Ayun na nga, yun na, ito na lang. Yung lisensya na lang para hindi na maabala. Titikitan na lang.
Ay, kung ayaw niya,
Kasi hindi po, tsaka ano to, illegal parking ang ginawa niya, operation to eh. Yun na lang, para hindi na maabala. Kasi mamaya, magkakahiyaan pa, madadala to. Operation ng MMDA to. Sige, yun na lang, yun na lang. Okay, sige, sige, oh. Operation kasi to, yun na lang.
Okay, so finally he's handed over the driver's license. So that took nearly 20 minutes just to get the license. Thankfully the QCPD came along, and I guess that was finally enough for him to realize that if he doesn't hand it over soon, he's going to be in big trouble. Looks like they've just stopped someone with no helmet. They're just asking for their driver's license now. So the impound crew have moved in now to impound the vehicle. I don't know whether the driver has a license, but he doesn't have one that he can show to the enforcer, and that's the main thing. So the bike is being impounded. Right now they're unloading this tricycle and it's being impounded. No driver or counterflow.
Counterflow, then they have driving without license.
No license. Rider's just come along now with no helmet. Hopefully he has a driver's license so they can issue a ticket. It looks like they're getting ready to impound this tricycle because the driver doesn't have a license. Right now they're asking. You won't go down. So the original violation for this one is illegal parking because there's a makeshift terminal, but it's not approved. The terminal's meant to be over there. If he can't show a driver's license or refuses to show a driver's license, they will actually impound this vehicle. So I just asked now if he has a license, and the other men around here said he has a student permit which is expired. You really need a full driver's license, and this is a public utility vehicle. This is carrying around members of the public, so for sure you should at least have a full driver's license. So right now they're advising him that he really has to go down for the impound crew to take it. There was an offer of 200 pesos, but of course they're not going to be taking money for this. You can see in his hand there he's trying to give him the money, but he already told him he's not going to accept cash. That's not the way that they do it here. They're going to have the tricycle right over to the tow truck now. Hopefully he won't try and make a getaway. 6'4". They're having a bit of an issue with where the driver's trying to go, and they're just putting the tricycle on the back of the truck now. Everything is resolved, and yeah, back to operation. So far no drivers come out for this one, so there's a good possibility it's going to be towed away. So now he has the license, he'll just write out the ticket and then the vehicle can be moved by the owner. Right now they're loading this one onto the flatbed tow truck. I have a suspicion it's abandoned because it's so dirty and it's just not in very good condition. So I think most likely it's abandoned. We've been waiting here for a while for the driver of this motorcycle to arrive, but so far nothing. So there's a good chance it's going to be impounded. Here you go, finally the driver. Unfortunately the rider is unable to show his driver's license, so they're actually going to impound the bike. He said he does have one, but he just doesn't have it with him. We just come across this motorcycle that's counterflowing, and he was planning to go down this way. Of course vehicles don't expect motorcycles to be coming the wrong way, So it's quite dangerous actually. He's certainly not the first person I've seen counterflowing along Commonwealth. It seems to be quite common. A lot of people do it because the road is so wide that they see it as too much effort to go to the next U-turn, come back. So instead they just counterflow. So we just came along the circle now and they're doing an anti-smoke belching operation for their jeepneys. And today is the same day that they're having the transport strike also. I think this is the same machine that we saw before from the DENR. So they just put it in the tailpipe and then it gives off a reading. So you can see just like before, they attach to the hose and then it gives them a reading on the machine here. Let's see how this one comes along. They're also checking the documents to make sure everything's in order. That was 21. I think it's pretty much maxing. I think it's pretty much maxing out the machine there. So yeah, good thing they pulled that one over. So I decided to make a pit stop here in Cubao to see the piston transport strike. I don't think it's having much effect because it's really just one lane. You have the Philippine National Police, the PNP here to make sure everything stays in order, that they don't block too much of the road and everything like that. I just spoke to the chief of Station 7 and I just basically wanted to see what's going on. You can see they're holding signs here about the phase out. But the reality is it's not actually a phase out. It's basically trying to get them to modernize their vehicles and to make sure that they're safe and that they're not polluting everything around this area, everywhere they drive. That's why you have the Tanggal Bulok, Tanggal Usok operations. So it's not really a phase out, but nevertheless, that's how some people see it. There's a lot of officers here doing their job. So you can see here they're also holding signs, it's piston, no to jeepney phase out coalition. Again, I don't agree that it's a phase out. You can see the media are also here doing shoots. I think they might be planning to do a live stream or a live TV show. So you can see GMA are here and there was another network on the other side. TV5 are also here. Anyway, it's very, very small. March 19 transport strike. What we've seen during previous transport strikes is it really didn't have much of an effect, especially here in Metro Manila. And those that actually block up the roads can have their vehicles impounded. So they have to make sure they get all the paperwork and everything like that. Anyway, I just thought I'd just drop by and see how everything's being handled. But the PNP have everything under control.